Hello, and welcome everybody back to another episode of Heroes of Absalom, where we here at Three Kobolds Gaming play through a game of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. We have a lot to cover tonight, but I just wanted to check in with everybody, see how everybody's feeling, theories, possibilities, anything anyone wants to say. I just open floor for the start here, because I just want to gauge how everyone's doing.
Nothing that crazy I feel like happened at the end of last time, so I don't know. I don't really feel like there's much to talk about, truthfully.
Yeah, I mean, we're all here. We're all ready to
Yeah,
play.
I'm ready to go.
It's no stress.
No stress.
This
None
is the worst
whatsoever.
way to make someone leave a stream. It's just kidnap
Here's
their
the-
character and then
I-
pretend
I've
that
never
nothing
happened.
happened.
Ben is really cashing in on all of those jokes at his expense in prior episodes.
Astro is gonna be okay.
It's
I
gonna
just
be
want to
fine.
start the stream
Astro?
with that positivity.
Oh my god, Ben. Who's Astro?
Well,
Astro.
either way, at least one of us is gonna have
True.
fun. If not for my players, then I'll have a good time. Yeah, I mean, we got like I mentioned, we've got a lot to cover, so I think we should just get into it. Let these people figure out what's going on for themselves.
Sounds good to me.
Bit of a recap. Last week, we finished up their search through the Copperhand hideout. Not finding anything too interesting. It seems like they had had enough time to kind of, pillage the place of any major valuables and made off with them when Fayati had gone invisible. They talked to the group that was still playing cards in one of the downstairs levels,
Our best friends.
and they said that they were gonna hang out here and try to make a mercenary guild out of the place. So maybe we'll hear from them again in the future. We never know.
Oh my god, I totally forgot that they transformed. Also, I forgot that happened.
Yeah, two of them are
Were-tigers.
two of them are were-tigers, which you only found out because
Oh,
Bastro
were-tigers.
spoke Vudrani.
I also
Yeah.
have it written down that it's the Vudra Town DOS house. Were we in like Vudra Town? Were we in like Little Vudra
Basically,
the
yeah.
whole time? Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
So now that you picked up on that clue, it's super useful for the were-tigers. They continue on their way back home with the various records and journals that they had found. And after making it back, Oski takes a moment to bury the body that had been in their handy haversack for like 12 hours.
Most of the day.
And takes a little trek outside of the city walls in the middle of the night to lay it to rest near a tree. On the way back, struggling with whatever demonic influence ravages him, but overcomes, and a bit of his god's grace is bestowed upon him. If you remember, you'll have 2 temporary hit points that refresh at the beginning of each day, at least until the next time your curse strikes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You come back the next morning, all of you refreshed and ready for some research, save for Kashak, who goes out and sells all of the things that they had accumulated along the way. They divvy up the loot, and you all do some knowledge checks to get some research going on the documents you'd found. You find out that the Copperhand was using a cult, an underground cult, to wash the money and items that they had stolen as a thieves guild. You know, they had a lot of dirty money, dirty goods. They had to wash it. They then learn that the cult is led by somebody named the Skinner. The Skinner. And that the cult itself is dedicated to Father Skinsaw, who you all find out is an aspect of the evil god of murder, Norgorber. The Skinsaw especially dedicating themselves to rather gruesome and violent murder of innocents. So, that's a thing. But we left off in a rather weird predicament. I'll come back to you, Jack, in just a second, because before Jack can ask any questions, Bastro just wanted to buy some potions. So he goes out just to buy some potions. The poor guy. I'm already tearing up, as you can tell.
I'm sobbing.
He's ambushed in the streets of Absalom. A cloud of luminescent smoke erupts around him. He feels something moving through the fog near him, which strikes out at him, dealing him some damage. But more importantly, he had to roll a save. He had to roll a fortitude save that he failed. And it caused him to eventually go unconscious after a few moments. Where the last thing he saw were the boots walking up to and the face leaning down of none other than Feati. As she picks him up, slings him over her shoulder, says, "You're coming with me," and then she disappears as Bastro goes unconscious. But fortunately, the group doesn't know about that yet, so they have nothing to be sad about. It is the end of the day now, as it gets.
What time did Bastro leave?
Probably about midday.
So he left midday. Okay, midday on the third day we've been
on the third day
doing research.
Yep.
Okay,
the third day of downtime, and you all finish up your requisite 8 hours of research that you all had been doing. It's maybe 7, 8 o'clock at this point. Bastro is still not back.
Really quickly, anyone else think it's a bit weird that a thieves guild is using a secret murder cult to do their money laundering? Like generally, you launder money through like you launder money through like an establishment that is legal or recognized by some kind of governing body.
like a bar or like a.
In any case, a thieves guild is actually more illegal in most cities in Galarian than murder cults. So, like, there are cities that have established like thieves guilds, like they are there to serve a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Absalom does, but
if they did, it's not this one.
Murder cults are generally bad.
Yeah.
Thieves guilds are only occasionally bad, so it's just a little weird. Like, I mean, I guess if you just like have a contractor, do your taxes for you, that's one thing. But I don't know.
It is a little weird, isn't it, Jack?
Very strange.
It is
Very
a little
strange activity.
Yeah. What are you all up to as you are preparing food, maybe? Preparing your meal for the night?
If we're hitting dinner time, Kashak is freaking out that Bastro's not here.
Oski will go, Kashak, who are you talking about? Who?
Astro.
Catching it so hard.
Dan, what's worse, Ben's fake apathy towards your character or Will's fake sadness at having kidnapped you? Which one hurt more?
It's like a chocolate vanilla swirl of misery. It's just hurt.
Yeah.
You're making me want more ice cream now.
Who is Barstow? Who is that?
It's actually a really good name, too.
Barstow?
Back
It
in
doesn't sit
character.
right with me that he's out in the city with everything that's all the enemies we've made and everything that's going on. For him to be out this late, he's only buying potions for. I think I'm gonna go check out where he went. Ask around for him.
Do you want me to come with you?
Sure. More hands on deck, the better.
Well, I'm going to stay here because I'm not going to indulge in your fantasies about your imaginary friend.
Okay, do you... do you want to stay in my room? It's a bit safer in there.
Ooh, wow.
No, Husky's gonna go. Husky's gonna
Oh,
go.
you're gonna come with us? Oh, you're gonna stop being an arsehole? Okay.
Pretty sure we'd hate for you to not know what you're signing on for, since you don't know this person.
Husky is very concerned Ben is an asshole.
Why is Oski concerned about Ben?
Try to be as truthful on this question as possible, Dan. But how much would Bastro have given us about where he was going?
He said he was going to say
He would have
Johnny
left
Greenfoot.
it saying, yeah. Thank you, Iggy, for reminding me. He was going to go buy scrolls of healing. So he specifically mentioned he wanted to go see Johnny Greenfoot. His good buddy JGF.
And Kashak has been there, right?
Yeah.
Kashak
You've all
knows
been there.
where that is.
I think Kashak has.
We all went there.
It's the Temple of Erastil in the Eastgate district.
Yeah, I mean, I know Kashak's been there, so he would probably know the route from our apartment to there pretty easily. So he would just probably some mixture of running on walls, rooftops, on the ground, trying to get some understanding of his tracks or anybody's seen him.
Twinkle Toes.
Yeah, I think Oski, he's slower than both of you, I think, still. Or at least can't climb. So yeah, I think he's on the way, like maybe talking to people, asking if anyone's seen,
Sure.
A buzzed head, the half elf.
Yeah, to be clear, we leave you in the dust. We do not wait for you. We do not stop for you.
So that's why Oski's like, no,
Yeah.
you keep going. I'll catch up. I've been doing my morning, calisthenics, and I feel a little faster now. But go ahead.
Okay, so you guys can try to gather information if you would like to do that along the way. That'll be either a society or a diplomacy.
A feat that I will be using as well, discreet inquiry. You are still in
that's
your
huge.
efforts to learn the things you need to know when gathering information. You can hide the true subject of your inquiry among other topics of little interest to you without increasing the difficulty of the check.
Oh, that could be massive right now.
Yeah.
Because if we're going around asking for Bastro and like people know why we're looking for him, we run into a trap.
Yeah.
It could be big.
I'm gonna do diplomacy.
Oh, sorry. The second half of this says anyone trying to gather information to determine if someone else was asking around about the topic in question must exceed your deception DC or the normal DC to gather information about your inquiries, whichever is higher, or else they don't learn of your efforts.
It's good to know. Go ahead and roll those checks. Let's see what you find out.
You said diplomacy or society?
Correct.
It is.
Kashak?
Natural 18.
Nothing?
Oh boy, 33.
Shock's
33.
trained didn't either.
Is that society or diplomacy?
That's diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
18 diplomacy from Oski for whatever it matters. I don't think
Sure.
it will. 33.
Um,
Natural 18, and I'm an expert, so plus
Yeah,
17.
that's awesome.
Huge.
Yeah, Oski, the fact that you don't even know the name of the person you're looking for is hindering your efforts considerably. There is a guy named Barstow who, funnily enough, runs a bar and pub around the corner. You go there to check out, and it looks nothing like the guy that your friends are talking about. But they do have really good chicken wings.
You go in there and everyone turns to the barkeep and just, hey, somebody looking for Barstow.
Yeah, exactly. Jack, you're now cast as Barstow for the rest
Thank
of
Wait a
the
minute, can we just talk about the fuzzed background on EG's camera when she bent down, transfixed on your mannequin when you got your head down?
That's
that
not
was
a
very
mannequin.
funny.
That's her guardian golem.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Anyway, this is my current project, everybody.
Twinkle Toes, on the other hand, is significantly more successful, ever being the charismatic and charming person that she is, and, well, having a bit of a background in gathering information from the streets of Absalom itself. You don't notice too much as you're going through the Precipice Quarter on your way, or you're not getting too much from the Precipice Quarter on your way to the Eastgate District. However, in the Eastgate District, in one of the squares, kind of close to the border of the districts, you hear chatter. You hear chatter of maybe a fight, maybe some kind of explosion, maybe some kind of something. There's a lot of scattered rumors, but something clearly happened here. And they say somebody just upright disappeared from the middle of the square. Go ahead. You said that was a diplomacy?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another diplomacy to get more specifics. Or to try to get more specifics.
Natural 16 for a 31.
Yeah, killing it. Not a problem. So you're able to kind of pick through...
I'm coming, Bastro!
Please.
You're able to pick through a lot of the, like, exaggerations about what had happened. Because people are saying, oh, you know, there was a street brawl, and it must have been like a gang war or something along those lines. But you realize that there was some kind of burst of multicolored smoke, which I think you'd be able to recognize from your experience with it as the spell that was used on you by the Copper Hand. And then somebody came stumbling out of the smoke, collapsed to the ground. Somebody walks out of the smoke behind them, picks them up, the unconscious person, and then they both disappear. You're able to get,
go invisible? Or are gone?
according to the people who had seen it, they just disappeared from that spot, like in an instant.
Great.
Be a teleporter in a dimension door or something.
You're able to identify that it was a woman who picked up the unconscious man. A woman with shoulder-length dark hair, wearing a long brown leather trench coat. And the man himself was wearing, what is it, blue leather?
Yeah.
Blue
armor.
Yeah.
Or blue padded armor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly able to, once sifting through that information, realize that Fayati had presumably kidnapped an unconscious Bastro.
I find Kashak and Oski and tell them.
I didn't find Bastro, but
okay.
I found Barstow, if it matters.
I didn't find Bastro, but I found out that Fayati took him, and yeah.
I didn't find Bastro either, but look at this cool rock I found on a roof. And he's holding an exceptionally cool-looking rock.
So,
Roll a d20.
wow, it
18.
18.
looks like Sheethra. Wow.
Somebody roll society.
It's Bastro. Bastro's the rock.
27.
27. Yeah, you realize that the rock that Kashak picked up somehow has like shards and chunks of amethyst in it. It might be a geode, probably worth like 5 to 10 gold.
Wow,
It's a really cool rock.
Like I said, I found this cool rock.
Wow, put that in the bag of holding. That's really sick.
Going on
wait,
the loot sheet.
did Bastro have the bag of holding? Who had the bag of holding?
Kashak carries the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would have been tragic.
I would consider Kashak the hardest guy to kidnap.
Are you
in the
sure
party.
that it was Fayati?
Fairly certain from the descriptions I got. Yeah. They disappeared in the cloud of smoke that the Copper Hand used on us. I'm pretty.
Where would Fayati go now that we've gotten rid of her hideout? Where would she go?
Maybe this underground cult, the Skin Sores, maybe?
You do not like the idea of messing with a cult.
I do him.
Where would we even? Where would we find? How would we find them? We have to find him.
Are we at the
Where?
location that is in discussion? Like, are we at the place where he was taken?
Yeah, I mean, if Twinkletoes, reports, and she can take you back to the square on the edge of the Eastgate district.
So I imagine this conversation is happening on the way there.
Yeah.
And, I mean, once we arrive, Kashak would like to do everything in his ranger toolkit to find him. Perception, survival check for tracks, anything.
You're more than welcome to do either of those things.
I would
Let's give it
also like to do a perception on the area.
Yeah, let's give it a perception first.
Yep. Perception. Oh, that's a decent roll.
I've got a 25 for you.
28.
There it is.
Yeah, 26.
I am rolling rocks. I rolled an 18, a 16, a 17, and a 15 so far.
Going in the wrong direction, though, I will say.
That's okay, yeah, but like,
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
the trend
That
that we
one
got going so far.
I didn't say them in the order that I yelled them. Like, yelled them. I'm talking so loud, and I said the Freudian slip. Anyway, 17 was my most recent one, so it was.
In terms of
staggered, but-
perception, it is pretty hard to pick up too many specifics. This is a crowded square in the middle of a festival in the largest city in the world. But you are able to find, between Kashak and Twinkle Toes, what appears to be a piece of a crushed glass vial, kind of in the middle of the square, that had gotten wedged in between some cobblestones. And if you carefully pick it out, it's got this like thin, dried, like powdery gray residue along the inner circumference. It seems like whatever was in here has dried now on the inside of the glass after it was dropped and presumably stepped on or shattered or something along those lines.
Wait, I'm sorry, what did we find?
It is.
Was there a Jewish wedding here?
It appears to be a shard of what could have been maybe like a small glass jar or vial.
And a powdery substance.
Maybe what would have been the inside layer of glass seems to be covered in this dried, powdered.
Yeah, is that some sort of like potion or alchemical thing that was used, maybe?
The only recall knowledge I can roll on it is probably nature. If you want me to go ahead and do that to see if
More
it
than welcome
applies.
to try. If
Yeah.
you're going to be trying to
I could
identify this,
do-
it's going to be 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a little more involved of an action.
Oski could do a cult.
I don't
It's
wanna-
like
I-
our
we don't-
only thing. I now have untrained improvisation, so I don't know whether I need specifically to be trained for these, but I do have proof.
To identify, you do need to be trained.
Okay.
I hit the whole area with like a
I
quick
can
survival
only do
check.
religion then.
A survival check? Sure.
27.
And you're looking for tracks?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess evidence of like a scuffle or
Mhm.
something, but that ultimately comes out to tracks or
Yeah.
Footprints.
As mentioned with the footprints, it's hard cobblestone,
Mhm.
and it is very well used, high traffic area. It unfortunately is virtually impossible to pick out any distinct track, let alone identify it to a person.
And this
specific
is
person.
a roadway, like an alleyway.
It is a market square essentially. So there were people around who saw it, and Twinkle Toes has picked through that information.
Right.
The problem now being that it is a high traffic area. So trying to pick up tracks of a specific person in this area is very difficult. You're unable to make heads or tails of anything that might lead you in a more concrete direction.
I'm unable to make any heads or tails of anything that might lead me in a more concrete direction.
What's concrete, Kashak?
In a more cobblestone direction. But like flat, smooth cobblestone, so like not cobblestone at all. Yeah, since we have nothing to work with except for a small piece of glass, I recommend we go and talk to our experts on missing persons. Perhaps Isabella and Desmond could be a valuable resource here.
That's a good idea. All right. To Desmond's.
To Desmond's.
Desmond.
Kashak sprints off.
Hops
Elsky's
across
gonna
the
grab
rooms.
the shard of glass and take it with him, put it in his bag.
You're already in the Eastgate district. You're a little over halfway. Let me actually.
Map?
Bim.
I'm putting this in my inventory as shard of glass dash Bastro question mark.
Dash.
Could be. Could
The
very
glass
well be.
is Bastro.
It could be Bastro.
You mean
Yeah.
Glastro?
Bastro.
Okay, let me just center the map for the stream here. There we go. So you all were coming out from this area here. This is the square that you were in, kind of along that. Move that. It's out of the way. Kind of along this main road up and into Eastgate here. So this again was that market square that you were in, and Desmond is out over here. So you're a little under halfway, maybe. But as you move up and north in the Eastgate district, it is less trafficked, so it's easier to get around. You're able to move a little bit faster. And if you're making haste, it is a quick 30, quick 35 to get up there. You come to the door of the now well-known cabin. There are lights on inside. What would you like to do?
Pounding at the door. Kashak is beating his fist into the door.
Yeah, you pound, and after maybe 5 seconds of you just standing there pounding the door, you just hear, all right, I'm coming. And Desmond opens the door and sees the three of you. It's good to see you again. We'd expected to see you after all that went down at the bank, but come on in. And gestures to the small chairs that are seated around, and grabs another log, throws it into the fireplace that he's got going in the corner, and then takes a seat himself on the bed in the corner of the room. What seems to be the issue here?
So, well, first off, reason we didn't report to you yet, we were doing the research on the clues that we found, but mostly took down the Copper Hands hideout, save 2 members, one of them being their leader, whose name is Elise Alumar, but goes by Fayati Alumar.
Well, all right then.
We, as you have noticed, our 4th member is not with us. We think she might have kidnapped him. Also, they're linked to the skin sores, as in, like, worshippers of Norgaba.
Bad business.
Yeah.
Someone known
We
as the
think Hedred
Skinner seems to be leading them as well. Is that a name that's familiar to you?
Unfortunately, I haven't heard of it. First I'm hearing about the Skin Saw cult at all.
Yeah.
At least.
We think Hendred Pratchett was a member of them as well, because we only realized it recently, but
That
there
would
was the
track.
painting of a symbol, yeah. And the like skins that attacked us and everything.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
It does.
And it might count for why we don't have a confirmation on still a good number of these people, and there are still people going missing.
Including Bastro now.
Yeah, that's another issue.
Well, you don't know anything about this cult because we thought that maybe Felice, or as she's known, Fayati, may have taken Bastro to them.
Well, I mean, I don't know too much about the Skin Saw. Just heard word of a similar cult popping up in Magnamar about a decade ago. It was closer to 20 years or something like that now, but unfortunately, I don't know much outside the fact that kill people and they kill them good and dead. Real nasty business.
You understand then why we need to make haste on finding Bastro?
I understand. You said you think who took him? The cult or the Copper Hand took Bastro?
We think they're linked. We know, or we don't know. I believe it was Felice who took him, the leader of the Copper Hand. However, the Copper Hand doesn't really exist anymore because we kind of took him out.
Right. Right.
We're concerned that this Fayati or Felice could just sort of be absorbed by the Skin Saw cult and be turned to more dangerous ways now that her means have been removed. She could be unpredictable.
And how'd you find out they were linked? I mean, how'd you find? You haven't met any Skin Saws, have you?
Other than Hendred and Felice, no. But we found some journals that we've been trying to dig information out of, and that's where been poring over it for the past 2 days.
They're back at our living quarters. I'm sorry we didn't bring them along, but we were sort of rushed out of the house. But
Felice's
Hunt
journal.
Bastro.
Specifically. It's Felice's journal specifically.
Yes.
Right. Do you have any other evidence about what happened with Bastro?
Just the the glass that we found.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Nope, absolutely nothing. We have no idea.
He's like, no, nothing. Okay, see you. Have a good day.
Gotta go back
Well,
to
Oak
our style.
pull it out, and he'll hand it over to Desmond.
Just be like, Twinkle Toes and Kashak, they found this in the square where they heard that he most likely went missing, but I don't know what it means.
He like gingerly grabs it and holds it up to the light.
I saw it first, but Kashak picked it up. He got to it first, specifically.
I also found this cool rock.
It's a really cool rock.
Looks like he's got some amethyst in there. Might be worth about 5 to 10 gold if you find the right person.
Shikasaka looks kind of like nervously at him, like, you can't have my rock.
Bastro, it's a nice rock, but I think you deserve to have it.
Bastro's not here. That's
All right.
Yeah, Kashak. Bastro on the mind, as they say.
Kashak looks to the table, and there's like a half-empty bottle of scotch on the table. Desmond, have you been drinking tonight?
He's more worried about Bastro than you guys are.
He takes the
take offense to that, but it's
piece
okay.
over to the table, and he starts rummaging through a cabinet. Pulls out a small little bag. Any of y'all familiar with alchemy? Might be able to help me out here.
No.
I'm good at. I'm not trained in it, but I'm a good improviser. I could maybe help.
If that's what you mean,
Well, both of y'all get over here. Help me take a look at this.
All right.
He's going to attempt to identify what the powder is. You could roll a craft to aid him if you would like to do so.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Since you're only aiding, I'm not going to require that you be trained, even though normally if you were trying to identify, you would have to be trained. But this is just the aid.
I think that's the workaround, yeah.
DC 20 to aid.
Correct.
I do
Most
not.
aids with a 22.
Okay.
I'm mostly learning right now.
So you see that he's pulling out a couple of different like reagents and test strips. And he starts setting up a little station where he kind of sets apart different scrapings of this powder. And he goes through and he's identifying it, and dips some of the powder into one thing, and it turns a bright purple, and then he puts some on a strip and dunks the strip in, and then the strip gradually, after 5 minutes, it turns green. He's like, okay, all right. I think I know what this is. It's poison. It's known as knockout dram.
I knew it.
So,
I pull out a vial of knockout dram from my.
that's stuff right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that does look just about the same.
This is just dried out.
Yeah.
Must have been sitting out for a while, however long in between when it was used and when you found it. But, well, on the one side, if they could have knocked him out with this poison, it takes a minute to take effect. They could have killed him, or at least tried, but they didn't.
Yeah.
So you got that going for you. But, yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be much help with the cults. Considering I don't know much, but if you got those journals, there might be something in there about it. Might be able to find a clue.
Where is Isabella? Is she in the field or?
She's currently out training. After all of your exploits, well, she was feeling a little left out, since y'all seem to have surpassed the abilities of a 4th level fighter. Well, she wanted to.
She's been written out of the adventure.
She's working on herself right now.
Right.
She's
right.
improving her own abilities, and
She's always welcome to join us, like whenever she wants to.
she would if she didn't think she would die almost immediately from the things that you would be fighting. She's training at the moment. I've got her ready. Well, I guess I don't really think I've told you that much. You are aware that I'm a Hell Knight, right? We did have that conversation.
Yes, did we not? I believe we did.
Oh, I don't remember.
We may have, but if we did, I forgot. But okay.
Well, she's preparing for her test. So, right now she is.
Oh yes, I knew that. Yeah.
She's what we call an armiger, similar
Yes.
to.
A legger.
Yes.
Get out.
Exactly. Kashak.
Get out.
Similar to a squire, but
Barstow
Yes.
appears in the hut and stabs Kashak in the back.
Arr.
similar to a squire. But as I'm sure you all can sense, this city could use some more help, and she's not quite ready yet to be a full Hell Knight, and well, I have her getting ready for that, and who knows? If she passes, that's one more person that might be able to do something.
Desmond, if there's nothing else, as we've said, time is of the essence, so I think it's important for us to return home and continue our research with a bit more focus on where to find these skin saws.
Fair enough. If you need my help again, or if you find anything else out, let me know.
Hey, if you hear anything about an underground group of people, just in general, let us know. Maybe.
But not like mole people. We don't much care about, like, that's not...
Right. Well, I was gonna say there are actually a lot of people who live under Absalom.
Right.
So
Specifically those
I mean,
who
I know what you're saying. I know what you're asking about. But somebody who didn't know might just assume you meant anybody underground, and I just
Yeah, we'd like to refine those results for our search if we can. Like, I don't want to get emails about everything you find underground, just like the...
Gotta put your search terms in quotation
email.
marks.
Right. Get the Boolean search results working.
What are your unsubscribe policies? Is there like 3 clicks you have to do, or just one?
I don't
Well,
need promotional offers either. I don't want any of those.
it's 2 clicks, but when you try to hit the second X, it moves.
You're the worst type of person then. Oh my god.
I kill him.
I kill him.
Ben's
I
a
do
little
the city
feisty
a service.
tonight, huh?
I do the city a service and I murder him.
Dan's character gets kidnapped, and all of a sudden, Ben has a bone to pick with everybody.
We're furious right now. We are repressing some deep rage at our friend being kidnapped. But no, we would like. I mean, I'd very much like to go back soon and figure out what's going on.
Wow. Wow.
Our
I'm about to
moderate business acquaintance has been kidnapped, and that feels like our job.
I'm feeling spicy tonight.
You make
I don't
it back
know
to the
why.
house. It's 10 o'clock. What did you like
I'm
to do?
feeling spicy.
Long weekend.
Do we feel like we have enough time to like do a little more research, or is it bedtime?
I mean, no. Mechanically, no. You
Right.
could always flip through stuff, but the benefits that you'll be getting is minimal.
Can I flip through? I mean, I know I've been searching the journal and reading through everything and being told things, but could I flip through it for like a piece of paper stuck in a margin or a note written? Things that look out of place.
Anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah, so that is what the perception checks on your research is representing.
Sure, gotcha.
I would like to go to sleep for like 3 hours and then wake up because I'm worried and then read for a little bit for like an hour and then go back to sleep for the rest of the night and then wake up again because rest of the night and just sort of like interspersed until I start actually researching again tomorrow.
Is everybody heading to bed?
I think it's a similar thing for Kashaki. He's going to be pretty restless. He'll get up and like play with Sheethra every once in a while, like toss a ball to her. She'll bite the ball and crush it with her teeth. And he'll pull out another ball and she'll throw that, and that just goes on for hours.
Picks up the geode.
Thinks about throwing it, looks at it for a moment, strokes it with a claw, and puts it back in his pocket. But yeah, we rest.
Okay. You all bed down for the night. Twinkletoes, you have a bit of a restless sleep. You wake up, pace, read, maybe adjust some of the trinkets and wards of your space. And then you bed back down. Second half of your night is also quite restless, though hazily you begin to hear a voice as you slumber. Oh, Eliana, the spot you've put me in. You see, I needed that bank heist to clear some debts. You took that away from me, as you've taken so many things away from me. But it's fine. I can use you four as collateral. I've already taken Bastro. You've noticed that. At least I hope you notice your friend's gone. And he's currently being used as collateral. Though I need the rest of you there as well to fulfill my end of the bargain. So if you want to find him, find the seer. And the dream message ends as you awake.
She is much more magical than I would have anticipated, and I know it's probably not her. It probably just resources she has available, but she has a lot more magic at her disposal than I would have thought. Find the seer.
Don't know what that means.
Can I do a recall knowledge on that?
Sure. What would you like to roll?
Society.
Sure.
Okay. Natural 18 for 29.
For 29. The seer is a rather general term. A seer being generally associated with people who can cast divination magic, or who are skilled in divination magic of varying degrees. As far as you're aware, you have not run across any specific mentioning of a seer, again, that you're aware of. kind of what you get.
So the seer doesn't mean anything more than a seer right now.
Without any additional context.
Right, where we are right now. Sure.
All right.
She's using Bastro as collateral. She wants the rest of you to be used as collateral as well. So she took Bastro and is telling you to go find him.
Okay.
Does Truva share this information?
Yeah, upon awaking, she like emerges from her room and she does the whole like, gents, I have some creepy news. Conveys the dream. Yeah.
Who is this woman? How is she able to do that?
Somebody with a very, very strong grudge against me, it seems like.
In my homeland, only the most powerful shamans and mages receive visions in their dreams. So to give them must be magic that I have never seen.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say that I was one of those, and I was like, buddy, I got some news for you.
To deliver a message to someone else requires magics that I've never encountered.
Oski, go ahead and roll me a religion check.
I was just gonna ask if religion would be appropriate because it sounds like it is.
Can I do that too?
Uh,
I'm trained.
Yeah, go for it.
Ugh.
19, 28.
Oh god, man, you're stealing all my good rolls. It's a natural 3, so much higher. She's rolled much higher. Oski knows nothing.
It, especially being the recipient of said spell, you believe it to be the dream message spell. 3rd level, enchantment spell. The only real stipulation is they have to have met you and they have to know your name.
So, if you're like a good religious caster, it's actually not that difficult to do if you've met the person and you know their name. So,
saying this to Kashak after he said that only the most powerful people in his. Okay.
I mean, Kashak was the best fighter in his clan at 2nd level. So that goes to show you who he's been hanging out with for most of his life.
Trading up, apparently.
Yeah. He would go back to his current village, a god.
I do have a feeling that Bastro would be capable of, doing this sort of thing.
Hmm.
Let's just have him send one to Fayati. Oh, wait.
Oh. Well, I think we should, maybe take another look at these books, specifically looking for the seer. What do you think?
Never liked putting my faith into books and reading and materials.
That makes sense for you.
Feels like if I can't put my eyes on it, I don't really know it exists.
You mean put your eyes on it like the words on the page?
Feels removed. Feels distant from the reality. Someone else's interpretation of something that they've seen. I'd rather see it for myself.
I think everybody would rather see it for themselves, but you can't have every experience yourself.
And he plops down into a cross-legged position, full flop. All right. Somebody start reading.
I take out the journal.
Yep. Religion check? Or yeah.
So, as a reminder, the checks for the logbooks, underworld lore, Absalom lore, accounting lore, or any other lore that you think you can make a case for. You can also roll society
Perception
or
or
thievery.
thievery.
The journal, undead lore, religion lore, Absalom lore. Again, any other lore that you can make a case for. You could also roll occultism, perception, or another applicable skill check if you think you can make a case for it.
I'm gonna do Absalom lore on the journal.
I think we're all going journal.
Okay.
Yep, journal.
I'd like to go perception on the journal.
Sorry, is religion for the journal?
Yes.
Hold on. All right, good roll. 26 religion from Oski, peering through the journal.
Okay. Twinkle Toes?
25 Absalom lore.
26, 25. Kashak.
This is the check for the whole day.
Yes.
I'm going to hero point my natural 3. Okay. 23 perception on the journal.
Okay. Oski and Twinkle Toes, you both are able to succeed. However, Kashak, you are unable to find any new interesting bits or pieces that could really add, despite thoroughly checking through these sections.
Neither of us critically succeed.
Nope.
They getting harder, these species.
No, you all just rolled super well for the first 3 days. Okay. You do reach another threshold.
And it tells us where Bastro is.
It's got a
Wouldn't it be nice?
geo marker on where he's supposed to be.
Ooh. One sec. I messed up my count here. You did reach a threshold. I'm just fixing a mistake. You learn that Fayati believes that the catacombs that the group is operating out of are rumored to be overrun by foul beasts and undead. She thinks the cult must keep them around to fend off uninvited guests, but that they must have another way to travel around in order to get to their inner sanctum.
So that they're in the catacombs?
Yes, that was the first thing you learned, that she was meeting in some catacombs.
Yeah, we don't know. That doesn't really mean much.
Yes.
Yeah, that could be a lot of different things potentially.
Yes. You also learn that after spending a considerable amount of money, she, at a certain point, exhausted all standard avenues of trying to identify the person she was looking for. She was running into the issue that she didn't have a name or a description.
Oh, so do we still think that was Twinkle Toes?
So
What?
she turns to some of her father's old contacts with the criminal underground to attempt a different approach. That is day 4. Chipping away. You're getting there. You're getting stuff.
What time is it right now?
.com.
About 8 o'clock when you finish.
Wow.
It is a full day activity to research.
Do we think that we could find information about the seer? Like maybe if 2 of us researched and one of us went like scouring through the city, like maybe even up to the Ascendant Court, asking about if there was a seer that, you know, I don't know. You know, like I don't know if this journal is gonna mention a seer necessarily. Do we want to try and divide and conquer?
Probably.
I'm iffy about dividing when.
Bodies,
Yeah,
it's just got
bodies are
taken
getting
out.
snatched.
I get that.
So I think both kind of metagame and in the universe, we will know when we have expended this journal of materials, if I remember correctly.
Yes. You have not You have not
We
finished.
have
either
not
book.
done that, and so I think maybe the angle is. I mean, she's keeping him as collateral, which means that she can't kill him or hurt him. He's valuable alive, and she needs all of us. So, going out in the open is dangerous, but we are maybe not on as much of a time crunch as we thought we were.
Yeah.
So my ending statement there is I think we can expend all of the resources of the journal. Just it might take a few days.
I also maybe want to go to a library and research the catacombs of Absalom.
We could do this at a library.
Yeah, let's just take the journal with us to there.
Okay.
Let's do that tomorrow. Yeah, like tomorrow. Let's
fine.
go to whatever big library we can find here in the Precipice Quarter.
Okay.
But yeah, the catacombs definitely sounds important, and possibly where this group may be. So that's definitely a good thing to be looking at. Still don't know how the Seer's connected to any of this. I think Oski's going to go to bed. He's not going to have great sleep, but he's going to go to bed and I think wake up for another day of researching tomorrow.
Same here.
Anxiously go to sleep and worry about getting another of those creepy dream messages.
Yeah, that can't be fun. So,
Hearing voices? No, certainly not.
you all bed down again at the end of day 4 of research. One day out from Bastra's capture. How you doing, Dan? I want to hear from you.
I'm very interested to see the urgency that my teammates are taking in trying to find me.
It feels bad. We have no idea where to go, dude. We have
Yeah, I
no
don't know
clue
what
what
to
to
do.
do.
Sounds like you
No
have
idea.
a great lead. Find the Seer, obviously. So easy. I don't know why you got it now. I
We're
wouldn't know where.
on Craigslist, all right? What do you want from us? Nobody's responding. Looking for divination magic.
The fact that you're sleeping for even a minute while Bastra is gone is
Leslie!
absurd in my mind.
Look, we took extra care to say that we woke up a few times in the middle of the night. So you're at least on the same urgency as me having to pee at 12 a.m. You know what I mean? Like that, you're at least right there.
Bastra
If not more.
appreciates the sentiment.
Yeah.
You all arise early and eager to get started the next day. Heading off to a library, we say.
A library, as some of us say.
Library.
Library.
Are you guys just looking for like a public library, or are you looking for something more specific?
We're looking for the library where the divination wizards hang out.
Yeah, where it tells us everything we need to know about catacombs and Seers.
Actually, where is the closest magic school? I imagine there's multiple in Absalom.
That's a wonderful question.
We're really making Will go through those source books.
This is all of Absalom. Look at how
Yeah.
thick this thing is. It's obscene.
Well, they have like the Academy, right? Like
Yeah.
the second largest, the second largest magic school in the world.
Yep. But I forget what district that's in. Is it in the Ascended Court?
Well, I'll ask the group. Do we think that's a good place to go? Start snooping around for. Hey, tell me where.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we're trying to find somewhere we could potentially look up both the catacombs and a Seer, it's not bad.
And still be reading the journal. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could put Twinkle Toes in the task of asking around for a seer, and she can disguise her motives. We could have Oski. I mean, I'm a little useless in the research department and also the diplomacy department.
Make a better character next time.
I know. You need me to shoot some arrows in this school? I'm down, but
Yeah. So, where is it? Toward next. Yes. You are able to find the Archimerium, as it is known. which is a school, I believe. I apologize to anyone who knows Absalom better than me, but I believe it is in, because I cannot find the answer right now. I believe it is in the Foreign Quarter. But again, I could be wrong on that. But we're going to go with the Foreign Quarter because this is my game. So in the Foreign Quarter, the Archimerium, they do have a rather large and extensive library of magical topics as well as topics relating to Absalom. A lot of it is relevant to the sorceress and wizarding arts, as one might expect, and a lot of it is closed off to the public and requires various certificates of being a student or a professor or some academic that would have access. But you do have a fair amount. Any religion checks or Absalom lore checks that you make while here are at a +1.
We like that.
Nice.
So,
All right, so let's get to looking stuff up, seeing if we can find a seer, anything about the catacombs.
Well,
I think Oski wants to look into anything about a seer. I think Oski is gonna take a break from the journal and he wants to find things about a seer.
okay, go ahead and roll religion.
I'm looking up the catacombs with Absalom lore.
Okay.
I think I'll just continue to perception on the journal.
Okay.
Gonna hero point that natty 1.
27 religion
27
for a seer.
religion.
1 to a 19.
Oh, that hero point economy.
Amazing. 29.
29.
Absalom lore. Oh, +1. 30.
30. Kashak.
I have 31 perception on the journal for you.
Okay.
Bastra. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
I just want everyone to know I've been very quiet on this making fun of Bastro thing because I know
That was my first one.
I know what goes around comes around. So when my character gets kidnapped,
EG, it felt good though, didn't it? It felt good. It felt good.
Just the one, though.
Something,
if
something.
Oski-
lying
Well,
for-
if Oski goes missing, Kashak's like gonna go into the wilderness and start some other campaign. Like he's just gonna go do some
I
other
mean-
adventure.
I only feel okay giving him a little bit of crap because I've been working so hard on his backup character art this past week, just in case. So,
Just in case.
Who knows
just in
what's gonna
case. I always urge you guys to have backup characters just in
yeah,
case.
but I needed to make sure that I was done for this session.
Okay.
I'm trying to get everybody else's ready, okay. Anyway.
You all cross-reference a variety of documents with the two that you are currently working on. Variety of books and scrolls, tablets, anything that you get your hands on that might be useful. And we have 2 successes and a critical success. So 4 more research points today.
Who was the critical success?
It was the lore Absalom with a 30.
Yeah.
You all find that on Phaeates' most recent trip, you have now, research point-wise, exhausted the journal.
Good. Excellent.
I'm still going to give you flavor things from that would technically be from the journal, but you have exhausted it of all of the pertinent information from that journal.
Nice!
On Phaeates' most recent trip, this seems to be from about a week ago, to meet the cultists. She saw a large group of gray cloaks, who were the Ascendant Court guards,
Oh.
entering the catacombs from her normal route. She
Okay.
debates whether she should use the entrance at the Seer's laboratory but decides just to wait and hear from them again. She's convinced the guards will be dead soon enough, but she remarks that this could be the beginning of the end for the cult, so she must hurry her plans. She also muses about the irony of the Grey Cloaks now posting a reward for returning missing members of their own service.
So we go talk to the Grey Cloaks, it sounds like.
Yeah, the Ascendant
Ascendant
Court Guard.
I will say, you can definitely do that. However, she specifically mentions 2 different entrances into the catacombs.
Yeah.
Her normal route, and the one in the Sears laboratory.
Where is her normal routes entrance? She.
Don't know yet.
Okay, so she didn't specifically
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so we know 2 abstract locations.
2 abstract locations that exist, however, no location
No specific location.
Couldn't point to it on a map.
that we can find. Yeah, with the information.
You also learn that she is, and this is once again back in the annals of history of this book, after speaking with some of her father's old contacts, the young Phillies eventually comes across a spokesperson for a group that believe they can help her. For a fee. A fee that she is willing to pay. And she agrees to meet with them. And that's all we get for right now.
Okay.
So, that was day 5. Or, no, that was day 4. 5? 5.
That was day 5. Day 5.
Already losing track of the days. Woof. You have expended entirely the information from the journal, the mechanical research point information from the journal.
Do we want to, I mean, if we still don't want to split up, that's fine, but do we want to go check out the Grey Cloak headquarters? And also start doing, and also if someone wants to continue doing research, that should be fine also.
That to me feels like the most solid lead as far as knowing other people we can go talk to get information. I don't know how to find information more about the seer, you know, unless we just spend like I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we could.
Well, actually,
Oh, we're not talking in character right now. Are we meta?
sorry, I was thinking in my head.
What?
What?
Where else
If
do
we
you think?
if we talk to the Grey Cloaks, so we're supposed to find the seer, but we also have to
Yeah.
find the catacombs. So if we talk to the Grey Cloaks about where they had a mission to go stop a bunch of people in catacombs,
Yeah.
you could see that entrance from the seer's laboratory. So if we find that entrance, we would find a laboratory around there, and that would be where the seer is, or where the seer's supposed to be, and we can find more information on the seer. Talking to the
Okay.
Grey Cloaks is 2 birds with 1 stone in my mind.
The Grey Cloaks to me is the best lead.
I agree with that. I did it say that you could see the Sears laboratory from that entrance? I think she just said that she knew that it was her other entrance.
What you find out is that she sees a large group of Grey Cloaks entering the catacombs from her normal route. She debates whether she should try to use the entrance at the Sears laboratory, but decides just to wait and hear from the cult again later.
Oh.
I still think talking to the Grey Cloaks is at least something.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Let's hightail it, or we're never going to hear the end of it from Dan.
We're trying. We're trying.
What?
We've gone across the city. We're now in the foreign quarter, going up to the Ascendant Court. We're traversing the entire city.
You're like the
Going down
calendar
that-
event. You're like the calendar event from my phone that I know exactly what I have to do, but you have like 5 alerts set up. It's like, yeah, I know I have that really important thing later. Okay, I'm doing it.
Ding. Save Bastro.
Save Bastro today. getting out of here. We're going to the Ascendant Court. We're going to talk to some Great Cloaks.
Rip,
We're gonna-
this is where the doctor was from.
We're going to go raid his laboratory that we already did.
Jinx.
Well
Got
played,
him.
dude. Well played. All right, that's fair.
Okay. You all head over to the Ascendant Court. You're able to ask around easily enough to find the headquarters, Stone Shield. It's called the Stone Shield House, the headquarters of the Grey Cloaks. You approach, you see very similar to the
Wait,
house,
what was it called?
the Stone Shield House.
Thank you.
Very similar to the headquarters of the Muckrakers, you find 2 guards posted outside. Though these guards appear to be much less asshole-ish, just by their general demeanor. Turns out the Muckrakers are just kind of assholes.
Picked up on that.
You see,
Yeah, we've been calling them Muckrakers for years. I'd be an asshole if you called me a Muckraker too.
they named themselves the Muckrakers. They,
Fair enough.
you know.
The Ascendant Court is very religious, right? It's the religious sector of the
Yes.
city. Yeah.
Let me actually move. I should have done this earlier.
It's literally where the Starstone is.
Yes.
So that's
So the Ascendant Court, pictured here, the Starstone is this big pit. There's a cathedral, a grand cathedral, erected in the very center of this pit, the Starstone Cathedral. And that is where hopefuls, those who wish to attempt the trial of the Starstone, go to attempt to become gods. Almost all of them die, but that's their fault.
Oddly enough, isn't Norgorber one of the 3 who succeeded?
I believe
Yes.
so. Yeah.
he
Is
is.
it?
He
Is it?
one
Is
of
it?
the 3 that?
Iomade, Norgorber, and Caden Kalian.
Yeah, and Iomade. Yeah.
So yeah, good
That's
connection.
why it's ironic that Norgorber worship is banned in Absalom. It's because like he.
You know what, Ben? Bottle cap.
I'll
Oh,
take it. All
Wait,
right.
that's the wrong show. Hero point.
Ben?
We use bottle caps in our other campaign. To the one that I play with Jack to essentially represent the same thing as hero points.
Hero points are mechanical bottle caps.
Yes, they're the same thing. 2 different names for the same thing.
Yeah.
But in this game, it's called hero points.
A
In
hero
our other game, we call them
point.
bottle caps because we would throw bottle caps at each other when we actually could play in person. Does anyone remember
Don't
what
worry,
that's
Dan.
like?
I won't waste the bottle cap on something stupid instead of using it for research. I won't do that.
Oh,
Well,
sure.
My old roommate in like February of 2020 got me a bottle cap gun to shoot bottle
Yeah.
caps at my players,
Yeah.
and then COVID struck and I couldn't use it. So I think that bottle cap gun's caused COVID. So that's my only theory.
It's the only thing it could have been.
Yeah, like a cursed item I have to put back somewhere. I haven't found where.
You find yourselves in front of the Stone Shield House. The 2 guards ask you to halt, ask you your business. You see them, both spears in hand, their namesake cloaks hung low off of their backs, heading all the way down to the ground. And you see that they are, they've got that like Game of Thrones line of fur around the shoulders. And you're getting very like Linorn King vibes from these guys. You see, they both got like hatchets on their belts. One of them has a beard that is braided with like a metal clasp at the bottom, keeping it together. It's super Viking / Linorn King style. They ask you what your business is.
Hello. We were actually hoping to speak with some of you all about our friend who went missing. We're trying to find him. We have a bit of a lead that might be related to you all.
Can I just really quick point out the wonderful image us going and talking to anyone is with the three of us, because Oski and Kashak are like each 6'5",
And
Horrifying green creatures.
and like terrifying hulking creatures. And then Twinkletoes, you're what, like 3 feet tall, but kind of our
2'9".
leader.
2'9".
You're like the de facto leader of the group.
We're like a bad animated mafia movie where like we're obviously the henchman and she's obviously like the very diminutive mafia leader who's like actually the leader. It's like a bad joke.
they one of them looks down to Twinkletoes. Here to make a report. All right, follow me. And he opens the door and takes you on in. You're seated in like a kind of a waiting area before a what looks to be a scribe. This woman wearing just a very simple gray tunic with like a white vest over it. You see the stone, the gray cloak, shield emblem on her badge. She comes over to the notepad, says, "Oh, you're here to make a report about a missing person. I'll just be taking down any information that you might have, and we can go from there."
It wasn't so much we were here to make a report, we were more here to sort of get information. But also we can make a report at the same time, if that is okay.
Oh, well, I was just told that you had a missing friend, and that you had information to give us to help. But okay, sure. I'll just, anything you want to know, ask, and anything you know, I'll write down.
Alright, so, our friend was taken by someone. We believe he was taken into the catacombs. We don't know where the catacombs are, but
There may be a seer involved.
yeah.
We know that Grey Cloaks were involved as well. Apparently there was a Grey Cloak operation to investigate these same catacombs, and we're not sure if your boys came back or not. We were hoping the information you could give us was perhaps what this mission was, or rather where it was, because we believe our friend is trapped there.
As you all are speaking, she just is writing, and eventually she looks up at you all, like, over her glasses, and as you're talking about, like, the Grey Cloaks and the Seer and the catacombs, and we don't know where they are, her glasses just, like, sliding farther and farther down her nose, and she puts them up and says, "Ah, I see. Give me one moment." And she stands up very quickly and walks in to a door at the end of a hall and closes it
Is she
behind her.
okay?
I think we've
That's
touched
about
on
it?
something. I think we touched on something a little bit above her pay grade.
Sense motive?
Sure, roll a perception.
I think Dan got my joke.
15.
I'll never tell you.
She looked like she was in a hurry. She looked like she was writing everything you had to say down. When you all finished, she...
I missed something.
I did too, but that's okay.
We'll just ignore it.
That's such a funny response, but it was.
So malicious. Please carry on.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it looked like she wrote everything down that you all had to say. As you were talking, she seemed to get, like, fixated, especially when Kashak started speaking. And once
Oh.
Kashak was done, she abruptly stood up and hurried off somewhere. That's kind of what you're getting. Are you all staying? She's gone for some time. It's been maybe 5 minutes now.
She said, "Give us a moment."
Oh, she's gonna wait. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you wait for a total of about like 15 minutes.
I'm doing some stretches.
Okay.
Well, we wait.
And eventually a rather large man comes out from that same door. You can see that the only thing that he is wearing is like leather pants, boots, this massive like wrestler belt that has an emblem of a wolf on it, and his entire cloak it trails like almost a half a foot behind this. Well, he's not massive relative to Oski, but he is still a human man who is 6'5" and like 300 pounds of pure muscle.
Is he
Uh,
Blade? Who are we dealing with right now?
Yeah, what?
He walks up to the three of you and offers out a hand. Hello, my name is Captain Runewolf, and I hear you all have interest in something that has been bothering me recently. Come.
Reach up and I take his hand and I say, "Hello, very big man.
Runewolf.
Nice to meet you, Runewolf.
Captain Runewolf.
Captain Runewolf.
This is the coolest last name I have ever heard.
You are very impressive."
I get that a lot. And he gestures for you all to follow him back into his office.
Yeah, we go.
And
For
that is where
sure.
we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. We'll be back here at 8:40. Thank you all so much for joining
Right.
us, and who knows, maybe Baster will eventually join us in the second half as well.
Maybe.
We will
Maybe.
see you after the break.
We're coming, buddy.
See y'all soon.
welcome back, everybody.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Will.
You are in
Appreciate
the
it.
office of one Captain Runewolf of the Grey Cloaks.
Okay.
He brings you into his office, sets you down in some of the chairs opposite of his on the desk, or at the desk, and then takes his seat behind it.
Hey, thanks, Captain Rule.
Takes a moment, looks the three of you over, says, "Now, in your own words, I've heard what our scribe had to say, but what do you have to say about this? What brings you here?"
So,
Our friend is missing.
that, yeah. Our friend is missing. Was taken by somebody who we believe to be a member of an underground cult located in these catacombs. We learned that your Grey Cloaks were investigating one of the entrances to said catacombs, and so the person we believe kidnapped our friend talked about another entrance as well next to Asia's laboratory. If that
We've
makes
had
any
dealings
sense
with
to
them
you.
before. They've been adversaries of ours for some time.
I see. He scowls as locks of his graying black hair just kind of fall into his face. He rubs his face and his chin as he shuffles some pages on his desk. He says, "Normally, I would leave this in-house. These are special times we're living in. And if you all are capable enough or foolhardy enough, then I do in fact need your help."
These are special and unprecedented times.
Oski puts on a mask.
If there's anything I can't abide in my quarter, it's a murderer. And the only thing that I hate more than a murderer is someone who kills in the name of their god.
Cult of Norgaba, so you know.
Yes, this guy
Yes.
knows.
Yeah.
I caught wind of some rumors, so I sent detectives in to investigate. The catacombs, as you say, though that isn't quite specific. The catacombs encompass much of the underground space in the Ascendant Court, but specifically, the catacombs that I sent my team into to find a so-called Skinner. Some kind of priest of Norgorb or skin saw man aspect. Sent a woman by the name of Corporal Kidane. She's a capable lawkeeper, somebody I trust with my own life, but it's been more than a few days since I sent them in. Furthermore, the Grey Cloaks I sent with her, they are top-notch. But I fear that the worst has come to pass.
We may be in common cause then.
A bit short-staffed after this incident. So I will grant you permission that you need to get into the catacombs, as I've posted a guard there to make sure nobody comes out without me knowing about it. First, I ask that you discover the fate of my Grey Cloaks, for that may be the same fate as your friend. But my other condition is this. You destroy that skin saw cult. Bring the Skinner to justice, and Do not show them mercy.
Sense motive.
What's your perception?
Plus 11.
Oski, he when this guy says that, he trusts him implicitly. Oski says,
Believe you me, sir, I have no favor for cults. We will do whatever we can to save our friend, help yours, and rid this evil of the world.
To like close, this man is hard to read. He is clearly a
By
hardened,
trade.
Yeah, he is clearly a hardened guard captain. He has clearly seen some shit. You can just see scars upon scars upon scars all across his body. And his face is almost entirely like stone cold as he's saying this. You get the hint of anger. You get the hint of desperation, the tiredness in his eyes. It's clear that he is, especially now, overworked. And that he means what he says. He genuinely wants you. He genuinely needs somebody's help. And if he has 3 people who walk in here who are willing to go help because their friend got kidnapped,
Yeah.
I mean, he's more than willing to let them try. He says, as far as this seer goes, I only know of the one entrance, the one I will send you to. What lies beyond, that's why I sent the investigators. I have no idea.
You have nothing in terms of intelligence on what we might face down there, so we might prepare adequately for a threat. Is it magic? Is it warriors? Is it knights?
I don't know what you can expect to find there. This particular branch of the catacombs was once owned by a sect of priests of Eredin called the Fellowship of Prospectus. After Eredin's death, or whatever that means, the priests abandoned the crypts. That was over 100 years ago. We can't keep tabs on every corner of the catacombs, and law only knows what beasts and restless spirits might be down there now.
Right, of course. Well, it won't take much more of your time here, Captain. We've really appreciated your efforts on this, and we also appreciate your permission to investigate ourselves and find our friend.
He rummages under his desk for a moment, pulling drawers and gathering some items. He says, I feel bad about sending civilians down there. But if it is any consolation, and he kind of just like pulls a drawer out of his desk and just drops it on the top of it in front of you. And there's just, and then he goes through and like pours out a bag, grabs like a bandolier and grabs a few items off of it and puts it in. He gives you a few things. He gives each of you 50 gold. So that's 150 gold total.
Go ahead and put that on my character sheet.
And he gives you 4 elixirs. They are moderate mist form elixirs. He says, if you bring back my gray cloaks, then from our armory, I will personally provide you with up to 4 +1 striking weapons of your choice. As a thank you for your service to the Grey Cloaks and to this stone shield house, I should say. I know the name of my own building.
Who are you?
Do you have any other questions?
Mistform Elixir is pretty good.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Any other questions, comments, concerns before you leave the good captain to his duties?
Captain, there was one last thing we thought you should know. This is perhaps our most top secret information, so we would appreciate it not leaving this room.
He leans in conspiratorially. Go on.
There was something we found on the way to finding our friend. Kashak reaches in his pocket,
Rock.
pulls out something from his pocket, curls his fingers open. This rock seems pretty cool. I was curious what you thought of it.
By the gods, that is a cool rock. So you've got some amethyst in there. Might be able
I
to
know.
get 5 to 10 gold for it.
So I've heard. What do you think of you?
love that everyone says the same thing.
It's like it's written on the rock.
Everybody's just been reading the price tag that's been on this souvenir rock the entire time, because clearly Kashak
It's
hasn't gotten the point.
5 to 10 gold.
I can't read.
I don't know if it means anything, but we'll let you know once we find out.
So there is actually one other thing.
Did you also find a rock?
Rock also.
Yeah.
Looks like you've got some emerald in there. Might be worth 5 to 10 gold.
No. Last time I brought information in, my reward was 30 days in prison. That's not gonna happen again, is it?
Are you a convict?
I suppose.
We're not going to answer any more questions without our legislators here, without our lawyers here. Not our legislators, that's congresspersons. I don't know.
You know the legislators? No, go. Just go. Go.
I'm not from here.
No, I'm not going to throw you in prison for doing something that I directly asked you to do.
I like this sector of the city better than the docks.
I get
Let's
that a
go.
lot.
Yeah. All right.
Everybody likes the Ascended Court the most, let's be honest. And he assigns the scribe to you to show you the entrance to the catacombs, at least the entrance that he knows about. Again, no
Yeah.
information on the seer.
Which we would maybe assume to be her normal route that is referenced.
Yes.
Perhaps, yeah.
Right about, you can see this outline
Yeah.
of the building, that larger red building that looks almost like an H.
Oh, yeah.
That is the Stone Shield House. She walks you along. It is now like 11:30 at night. And again, this place was fully operational because they are short-staffed. They have been having some issues, as you can tell. She takes you out to a chapel that appears to be almost like a museum, where it's got, like the cordoned off ropes and everything seems to be nice and pristine. You can see some scaffolding up along one side. It is clearly a chapel that has been dedicated to Eridan, or was at one point dedicated to Eridan, and is now being kept as basically a historical piece.
Man, I wish I was still playing the doctor. Rip.
I wish we still had Bastro.
Oh.
Same.
And you see that there are guards posted outside of the chapel. And she says, if you go in there, you'll be able to find the entrance to the catacombs in one of the back rooms, just down some stairs. You'll be able to tell because the stairs just keep going down for a while. But there you have it. She looks at all three of you in turn, in the eye, and just says, "Good luck," and makes her way back. You're standing outside of this chapel. What would you like?
By the way, do we, the three of us each take a potion and then put the other one in the bag, or does someone have two? How do we divide that?
Probably put the second in my bandolier.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that.
We know we're going into undead, and Kashak has the corpse word pendant, which is going to be effectively similar for that function. I mean, they could will save to find me, but I have a way besides the Mistform Elixir to hide from those things.
No hat. We go down, or what are we doing? We resting?
We're going.
We going down? I think we're going down, right?
Let's go.
We're going down.
Yeah, let's do it.
The guards take a moment to take a look at the piece of paper that Runewolf stamped for you. And both of them chuckle as they point you past. Let me just make sure everything is good and proper here.
For what?
Nothing, don't worry about it.
No, okay.
How does Polygon
A map with
reveal
Mastro's dead body in it.
that? Haven't done a Polygon reveal in ages. Okay. Shall we go on a little adventure, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, yeah, 3 of us will.
Let's go on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
I'm putting you in an arbitrary party order, but please feel free to change that without moving up.
Oh, bottom left corner, everybody.
Could
I can find it.
you also please expand Sheethra to her
Ah,
actual size?
she is
Excuse me.
large now?
She is large
oh my god.
and in charge.
Wow. Here, I'll go here so Kashat can. Oh, are you writing, Sheethra?
Yes, Kashak will sit up on the stirrups and saddle that goes along with the barding that he purchased for Sheethra and ride along her.
Let's go.
Mounted upon his mighty steed, he traipses forth.
Okay.
I climb up onto Oski's shoulders. Just kidding. What's this like statue looking thing here?
That's a great question. The statue of a skeletal humanoid figure stands sentinel at the center of this three-way intersection. Its breastplate, robes, and delicate veil are sculpted in incredible detail.
Mm.
And 3 thin
What?
chains attached to brass holy symbols of Eredin hang around the statue's neck. The hall to the east ends at a broad bronze door, double door, embossed with the eye of Eredin. The scantest traces
This
of
is
light
so cool.
stretch faintly down the hallway to the north, and the path to the southwest leads back to the statue. So, it's weird.
Where we're coming from, yeah.
Let me reveal that. So those are the double doors with the Eye of Eredin, the bronze doors with the Eye of Eredin.
I would like to check for traps around this statue.
Give me 1 sec. And you can kind of see off up that direction as well to what amounts to a pit. It looks like maybe a drop off over there. Go ahead and roll a perception.
27.
Also 27.
Does not appear to be trapped.
Does it look like this was a priest that was petrified?
It looks like a sculpted stone statue.
Okay.
Skeletal.
It's like a skeleton of a priest that has been carved, and it is, I mean, just insanely well crafted.
That's why I wondered if it was a petrified person, because
yes, it does make you wonder that for a second, but you realize there's no way that they could have been petrified as a skeleton like this.
Supposing we go left so we can leave the doors for later.
I'll follow your lead.
So we stride up to here, kind of start getting into the doorway here, or the entryway to this area of the cavern.
I would like to check for traps again.
Go ahead and roll it.
Actually, I would like to. Yeah. No.
Let me just general perception for noise or light or
Yeah,
anything
but
like that.
general perception
Sure.
also.
By all means.
22.
22.
Also 22 for me. Would you stop me on the same result as me?
31, nat 20.
Oh!
Shit.
Oski is listening. Whoa!
So, you see that there are windows carved out of the relatively thin stone wall of what appears to be a simple gallery. Through the windows, you can see into a vast chasm, and you quickly realize this is the chasm that separates the Ascendant Court from the lonely pillar of earth atop which stands the Starstone Cathedral.
Yo.
Whoa.
What?
So we're going into the pit.
Or like looking into it.
You're looking
Yeah.
into the pit, and
Yeah.
if you look down at all you see is blue-gray mist.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh my god.
It gradually thickens to the point where it is just a wall of mist below you. You have
I was
no
gonna
idea how
ask
deep
if
it
we
is.
just see a ton of bodies, but no.
What's the slope here? Do we feel like we could just easily walk down?
No, it
into
is
the
a
pit?
sheer drop. This
Yeah.
represents the mist. It
No,
is said to be blue-gray,
Blue-gray, and then they make it orange on the map.
and they make it orange on the map.
Cool.
You see, it is a sheer, absolutely sheer drop into this blue mist, maybe 60 feet below you, and then that's all you see. You just see the mist. You have no idea how deep it is.
That's existentially terrifying for Kashak, so he's going to turn around very quickly and
As,
make his way over to the door.
as far as noise, you hear just the very, 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 very faintest murmurs of the street level of Absalom, which is currently 60 feet above you. And you can look out and see up to the Starstone Cathedral at the center of this pit.
Wow.
God, that's awesome. That is so freaking cool.
You can even see...
genuflect a little bit to the cathedral. As turn back around.
Still...
Kashak and Sheethra will approach the doors here. Let me give a perception for listening across the door, see if there's any noise or smells or anything to find. 18.
Just appears to be a regular set of double doors. Bronze. Eye of Aridin.
Albus double doors.
Wrong IP.
Sorry.
Kashak will try to open the door.
Okay.
Bow drawn, obviously. Weapons, I'm sure, are out. From everyone.
Yes.
Let me just do
Oski
this.
always has his shield out.
Always, huh?
Oski sleeps with the shield. I don't know if you knew that.
Like,
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
Exactly in the way that you're thinking about.
yeah, alright.
Use that shield bash feat, am I right?
My god.
Yo, you're gross.
Yo.
Shield bash, more like shield smash, am I right?
You know, he'll put the shield boss on that thing if you know what I mean.
Oh my god. Please finish your polygon reveal quicker. Please, for the love of God,
No, I'm
start
letting-
describing
I'm-
this room.
I am purposely letting you guys flounder.
We're in a weird dead zone between banter and breaking ourselves. Oh god!
Oh, this is large. Oski said looking at a shield.
The
Oh my
spacious
God.
stone hall measures well over 100 feet long. Its dusty marble floor tiles punctuated at regular intervals by floor-to-ceiling columns that stretch 30 feet high and curve near the top to form an impressive decorative arch. Slivers of light seep through narrow gaps in the ceiling and dimly illuminate the hall. At the chamber's western flank, two enormous bronze doors where you currently are. On the hall's eastern wall, a massive symbol of the Eye of Eredin looms above a statue depicting a high priest cast in bronze atop a wide stone dais.
This is so cool.
Inset into the hall's floors are dozens of bronze-plated rectangular burial plates, measuring roughly 3 feet by 6 feet. 4 hallways, each along the northern wall, lead out of the chamber, and a door stands in the northeast corner. Bisecting the hall are these 2 massive stone statues, which appear to depict Knights of Eredin, the eye emblazoned on the crest on the chest.
They look like frogs from this angle.
This is the coolest thing.
There
we've
is,
seen.
however, a distinct clatter of hooves coming from somewhere to the north.
Like, just generally, or like coming at us?
The distinct clatter of hooves coming somewhere from the north.
Okay.
Really quickly, hold on 1 second. I want to check this item. I want to see how is it 3 times per day? Yeah. So I think Kashak will dismount. I'm just moving Sheathrow so I can get my character out. He will dismount into the doorway, turn back to the party. Again, since we know that undead are around, perhaps I could do a scouting mission with my corpse ward pendant active, so it's harder for them to see me. I'm not sure this is an undead, but worth a shot.
Will,
Yeah.
over the course of the past 3 days, could I have filled the reservoir on the Reaper's Lancet with poison?
Oh yeah, that doesn't take very long at all.
Cool. It's
What-
got
What are you feeling? With?
it's got 3 doses of Blackadder venom.
Sounds good.
So if Kashak receives no objections, he will activate the Corpse Sword Pendant, which makes him undetectable to undead creatures for 10 minutes.
Okay.
They can't see, hear, or smell me, or detect me with any sensory capability such as scent or tremor sense, but they can attempt a will save to ignore it if they have reason to believe. Actually, they can. Yeah, I don't really know how that works, but
If you
I'll
like
let you
knock
kinda
something
make that
over,
call.
if you do something that like, you know, you knock something over or you open a door, like an undead isn't just gonna be like, oh, I guess nothing opened that door.
yeah, it's a creature can attempt a DC 18 will save throw to ignore the effect. End of sentence. New sentence. If an undead has reason to believe that undetected opponents are present, it can still attempt to seek or strike you.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it might not know that you are there, but it might still like swing out as if you were invisible, for instance.
So let's stride up to here and peek around into this hallway. I will give you a stealth score, stealth check as well.
Please do.
That is a 20 on the stealth.
Okay.
Trying to look in this little hallway here.
Need another polygon. You and all of your weird sightlines. That's not a polygon reveal. This is a polygon reveal.
Hooves. Hooves, he said.
I don't know why I cut it off weirdly like that.
Okay.
There you go. And then this would be more like
Okay.
that.
Nothing in these little alcove here.
That appears to be a door right there. That
Oh, it does.
That specific one right here appears to be a door.
It does. Okay. Kashak will move up to here. What's going on to his immediate kind of left around the corner there?
You take a look down. Go ahead and roll me another stealth.
Okay. 23.
Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. No. There we go.
Trying not to click the insta-kill Kashak button.
I've got like 7 of those, and I usually try to hit those.
It's like a flag or like some sand or both.
This was like the worst room you could have gone to second.
Sorry.
That's fine.
No, sorry.
I'll give you that.
Oh.
Somebody- Somebody should know what these are.
Those creatures are horrifying.
I'll just do this to clean some stuff up.
Oh.
You
Love 'em.
make me skip forward like 30 pages real quick.
What? This room is connected to the main room. I don't know why they would.
It is nuts. This is almost like a bridge that overlooks this area. That area that you were looking into is about 40 feet below you.
Interesting.
Oh. Well, thank God. That means we don't necessarily have to fight these things.
Yeah.
At least yet.
Yet.
It grows wings, starts flying at Kashak.
Dozens of alcoves are set into the earthen walls of this large burial chamber, which is divided by a flow of sewage coming from somewhere under you to the north. The wastewater has pooled in the center of this room, and you see 4 large, tentacled creatures, which appear to be sifting through the muck and refuse below you.
These look familiar.
Emily Grace, you should know these well. Something about a coliseum from a show that you like. The other 2 of you, Ben and Jack, you would know these creatures all too well if you hit the checks.
Okay.
Can I make a
I mean,
know
yeah,
nothing
Oski's
about
not-
this.
Oski's not up there.
You know
but-
nothing about this.
They don't react to me at all.
They seem to be engaging in collecting food scraps from whatever waste refuge is down. Waste refuse is down here.
Okay, he's gonna, move to the other side of the hallway so that he can't even see them. If I'm, 40 feet based on the angles, and then he's going to stride up to the end of the hallway here,
Okay.
try to look around.
For Tarasks. Just kidding.
You said it's a will save?
If they are given reason to believe that I am there, it's a will save. They can't see, hear, or smell me, or detect me with any sensory capabilities such as scent or tremor sense.
I need to read the specifics on this. Vamp, somebody do something.
On the pendant?
Yes.
Okay.
What's it called again? The item?
The corpse word pendant.
Let's check in with our good buddy Dan. What's going on in Dan world right now?
I feel like I'm watching like my own private podcast with you guys.
How is it?
Yeah,
Do
we're
you
here
like
for
us?
you.
Now and again.
We're here for you.
Would you subscribe to our podcast? Would you
Like, subscribe, comment,
follow our social medias?
each one, even the ones that aren't updated at all.
Even the Facebook.
Even the ones that aren't real.
Even the elusive Three Kobolds Gaming Facebook page.
Dan was gonna be like, so you pan to Bastro and you just hear screaming, just screaming.
Endless screaming.
See, that's the best case scenario because a dead Baxter would not be screaming right now. So, I hope Baxter's making noise of some
Yeah,
kind.
you gotta stay positive. You gotta hope for screaming.
It's like when a
Yeah.
baby is born, you want them to be screaming because that means that they're good. I never really understood that. Like, is that like a myth?
No, that's real.
That's real. Yeah.
I don't think it means necessarily that if your baby doesn't come out crying, it's bad. It's just it's good, definitely good if they come out screaming. And
that baby.
Yeah, because silence could mean not breathing.
Yeah.
So,
That's right.
Normal-
Yeah. Okay. That's
A
why.
baby is comes out, they are supposed to be crying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If not, it means that it's big red flag if they're not crying.
Dan, on the other hand, have you gotten excited about your backup character at this point?
But it's like bittersweet, because I am excited for my backup. EG showed me the art for it. I love it. Thank you so much, EG. It's just I'm not ready to part with Bastro. Like Bastro, we've gone through levels 1 through 7 with him, and I kind of hope
Yeah.
we can reach level 10 with him.
It's the duality of characters. It's like I love my current character, but I also love my backup character.
We'll see what happens. I'm pushing for Bastro being fine, safe and sound. That he's like a hostage, but like they're pampering him and giving him what he wants. So I'm sure murder cults are known for that in Absalom.
You stick your head around the corner,
There we go.
and you are the luckiest person in the frickin' world
Oh yeah?
that he rolled a natural 1 on his will save.
How would he have seen me?
The creatures ignore it on an 18 will save. They just ignore that effect on an 18 of a will save. If they are still under the effects, but you do something, they can attempt to search for you and seek. But as of right now, like, if you're in the presence of an undead creature, it rolls a will save. If it hits a 18 or higher, it notices you.
Okay.
It failed its will save. But does the other one?
Oh no.
Wait.
Oski follows Kashak and is suddenly right behind Kashak.
No. This item is kind of useless. DC 18 will save anytime I run into an undead creature. Like, what's the point?
They roll natural 1.
Everything's gonna pass that at this point.
The other one does not see you either. Before you,
I eat crow. Here we are.
pacing away into this, like, one of these halls farther beyond,
Oh,
I knew it.
you
I
see
knew it.
a headless knight riding on a large horse, which appears to be made out of flames and shadow.
Is that the Skinner?
Probably not.
A Balrog? Like, what is that?
It's a headless horseman.
Let's get a zoom in of these bad boys.
That art is awesome.
That horse is so cool. Look out of the way
Yeah,
there.
that art is so good.
I'm actually gonna put them
Dang,
in the
I'm
big
so
room.
sad I didn't draw these.
It's like lava or like hot coals.
horse.
That is super cool. The horse, of course.
And the knight riding it.
Yeah, the headless horseman.
So yeah, we're literally fighting Ichabod Crane here. Like, what
Yeah,
the heck?
yeah.
But it doesn't notice you.
Yeah, we're not fighting him yet.
Is this like? Does Kashak like pee his pants? Like,
Yeah, I mean, he expected to find something like this, so he just sort of turns around, and when you like see something in like your house when it's dark, and you just kind of do that freezing like stare down your hallway for 2 minutes, like, what am I looking at here?
And
That's what he's doing.
it trots off into the halls further beyond.
He's holding his breath, just like no movement, completely still.
It's a useless
That's-
item that just saved your life. I want you to remember
Yeah,
that.
I will apologize to the corpse sword pendant, and then we'll sprint back through the hallway into here. There seems to be some sort of undead headless horseman ahead. I would advise we don't go that way.
So there's a what?
There's
Say, a headless horseman ahead. Was that intentional?
ahead. We have a headless horseman with no head, but the horse has a head. The man has no head. They're both undead.
Usky and Twinkletoes, go ahead and roll religion checks if you'd like to try to identify, but take a -2 because you're
just too gladly.
Because Kashak's an idiot.
because Kashak.
I'm spending one of my 2 hero points on that because I want to know what this thing is, and that was a bad roll. Okay. 22 from Oski.
26. Oh, -2, 24.
Okay. Both of you recognize that it is two separate creatures.
Mm-hmm.
The mount is what is known as a nightmare, which is a demon horse, basically.
Get it? 'Cause the mare is a.
Yes. It is a nightmare.
This game sucks.
The piece of information that you get from that about that is that they basically have an aura of smoke around them, and Kashaki would have noticed this as well.
Yeah.
They have this aura of smoke around them that if you get close to them makes it hard for you to see. But it and its rider can see through the smoke. It can also potentially make you sick. You have no idea what the rider is. Neither of you.
I mean, Kashak's still undead, invisible for 10 minutes, so he can go.
Like 7
Or
minutes.
no, not 10 minutes. Yeah, it was for 10 minutes originally. So he has time. I can maybe perhaps investigate the rest of the hallways on this main chamber here. He starts to kind of stride over to here. These staircases, are they going up or down?
Those go up to like a raised platform.
Okay. Can you peer around this corner and see what's going on above the stairs?
Sure.
I don't love that there's a person riding a nightmare on the in a temple of Eridan.
Well, Eridan's kind of dead, so he doesn't really have much say in it at this point.
You know what? That's pretty true.
You
Rude.
move over to one of these raised daises, and it looks to be like collections of personal belongings that have been entombed here. Although you do notice distinctly that everything has been rifled through. Everything has been opened. There are like jewelry boxes with gems that have been plucked out of their sockets. So there's just like a wooden box with, oh, go ahead and stop.
Oh.
Does a 30 hit you?
The 30 hit me? Yes.
Okay. You take 18 points of slashing damage
Oh.
as
Okay.
this statue whips around at you with its long sword.
Always.
Always the statues.
They're literally Knights of Eridan and they're fucking slashing at me? Cool.
And they both begin to animate.
They are huge.
They're so pretty, though.
Go ahead
I
and
don't
roll
want to
initiative.
fight them. How do we stop?
Kashak will call out to his friends who obviously see this thing slashing at him. It's the statues! The statues! And so take your +2 bonus on your initiative here.
Okay. 26 from Twinkletoes, Kashak.
27 for Kashak.
And Oski.
19.
Sorry, Kashak, what'd you get? 27?
27, yep.
26 for Twinkletoes.
Yeah.
Okay. It is that statue's turn once more.
Always. Every time.
It's what happens when people get surprise rounds on you and have high initiatives. Did you roll your stealth, Kashak, for initiative?
I roll perception.
Okay. Does it make a difference?
It's a 1-point difference.
We'll keep it this way, but just keep that in mind going forward.
Okay. I don't think I rolled a stealth score to get up to here, which is why I didn't.
Okay, fair enough. So, takes another swing. It's a natural 20.
Yeah, I mean, of course it is.
It's going to be 24 points of slashing damage as once more this sword comes whipping around and just boom, straight into you.
The 24.
24.
That's over 40 points of damage that you've just taken.
Yeah.
A lot.
Before I get to do anything about it.
You see Bastro just appear out of the light,
Oh my god, thank god.
start to heal you. Oh god.
It is going to...
Unfortunately, I think he was being sarcastic.
You sure?
step up next to you.
Me never.
And by that, it's like sliding along its stone dais.
Like a chess piece.
Yeah, like a chess piece. And then it just begins to spin like a Beyblade. Its stone cloak just erupts out around it like a blade. Roll a reflex save.
Okay. A natural 19 for a 36.
36.
Whoa.
That is a critical success. So you neither take damage nor are you knocked prone.
It would have been a critical success anyway. If
Evasion!
Evasion!
Right. Dexterity is over here.
And that is the end of its turn. Kashak, it is yours.
Como se dice, get the hell out of here. So we're going to run straight back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We are going to hunt this statue. And then we are going to shoot at it. With my bow. That is a 32 to hit.
That is a hit.
And we will deal 17 points of piercing damage, 5 of which is precision.
Okay.
12 regular piercing, 5 precision.
Give me 1 second.
In addition, Sheethra will move towards the statue at her own pace.
Alright.
20, 25, 30. She goes to there with her one action.
You hit the stone statue with your arrow, and it almost like
Gives you
just
a-
bounces off of the side of it, and you just notice a small little pinprick crack where you had landed the arrow.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be useless this combat. I have a theory that it is immune to both, resistant or immune to both piercing and precision damage.
I mean, likely at least resistant to. I mean, maybe resistant to most physical damage.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have a lot of trouble this combat.
I think if we go in one of those rooms that has a
10-foot
like a
entranceway?
10-foot wide entranceway.
Choke point?
then- yeah.
Or we can lure it over to here, where the opening is, and then push it into the room with those horrifying plant creatures.
Yeah,
And then-
you want to go up against the fortitude DC of a statue?
Just let them duel it out. Let them figure it out. That's all I'm
My
saying.
plan was better.
That's the lizard's turn.
Okay. Twinkle Toes.
Okay. I'm going to run forward. Let's see. I do not have panache yet, so only 30 feet of movement at the moment. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I would like to try to get their attention, these statues, with a quick little distracting performance. Sorry, 1 second.
Your distracting performance to the statues?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
What-
Distracting performance? Or are you
I'm
doing
trying
your...
to. I thought that's a feat that I had taken, but now I'm looking at my. Now I'm looking at my character sheet, and it's not there, so maybe I don't have that yet.
I mean, my question was, you're targeting the will DCs of the statues? You're not just
Correct.
doing the performance thing? Okay.
I'm trying to get their attention specifically.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try diplomacy to get them to stop after I have their attention.
Okay.
Is my thought.
Okay, so are you trying to create a diversion, or what are you trying to do?
Yeah, let's do that.
That's deception.
That's... yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
The diversion is Twinkle Toes.
I am the diversion. Okay, so am I rolling deception?
Yes.
Okay. Natural 20
There it is.
for a 35.
They appear to be unaffected by the words of Twinkle Toes.
Mindless stone statues.
They're mindless.
Wow. Well, shoot. Really upsetting for a natural 20.
Yeah, I'm
Cool.
sorry. I am sorry.
Okay.
If it makes you feel any better, they will go for you next.
I just want to be like, Knights of Eredin, we are friends. We are not here to hurt you. And hope that that does something. Can I? I'm trying.
We've awakened them. I think we just gotta bring them down.
You still have one more action, correct?
Yeah. Can I at least have gotten panache from that natural 20? Like,
Sure, why not?
cool. Alright. In that case,
You will absolutely need it.
I'm gonna dash, or not dash, but I'm gonna run my 45 feet of movement over to 1, 2, wait, why am I counting it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40, 45. That's the end of my turn.
Bold choice.
That is really bold. I think it's gonna beat your head in.
I'm really small. I'm very dexterous. We'll see. I have evasion. I don't know.
You and I have roughly the same AC, and it was getting at least 8 over mine, so we'll see how it goes. I will point out that as huge creatures, they can't go through this section. They need to go through the middle section. We do have a bit of a wall barrier that is...
Can I have stopped here then?
Sure.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, it can reach through there, but like if it's going to approach us, it's going to have to go through the middle section.
Oski, it is your turn.
All right. Oski saw that Kashak got walloped.
Yeah, beat to shit.
So Oski is going to cast a spell.
Magic!
Also, you can use
Magic.
magic.
It's a first level spell. It's not amazing, but it'll at least help you because I think this will probably be a long combat. You're gonna cast Spirit Link on
Oh, nice. Good.
Kashak.
Cool.
So basically, every turn at the start of my turn, I transfer 2 HP from myself to you.
We saw a fair amount of Spirit Link when we had the Goblin Brothers in the house.
Yes, so
Good.
cast Spirit Link,
He did?
and he's gonna first. That's 2 actions. For his third action, he is going to he's gonna enter Everstand Stance, and that's his turn.
Okay. This creature, second one, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 with 2 actions.
Okay.
Kashak, go ahead and roll me a d4. Odds are
40.
you, evens are your pets.
40 feet of movement.
It took 2 actions.
No, 2 actions to get 45 feet.
2. I forgot what you said.
Evens were
But
you.
2. Okay.
So, stone sword coming out at your face. That is a 24 to hit.
AC 24.
Okay.
Oh,
It's another 16 points of slashing.
Okay.
That's the end of its turn. This one will go. Steps forward. Swings at Twinkle Toes. 31 to hit.
Yeah.
14 points of damage.
Okay.
Third action. Also swinging. It's going to be actually 19. So you're alright.
Cool.
That is its turn. Kashak, you're up.
Shock is going to mount Sheethra with 1 action.
nice.
He will then, I guess I can't do that way, can I? I wanted to mount her, have her move, and then take the rest of my turn, but that's not how it works. We act separately. I'm actually not sure if that's how that works.
What are you trying to do?
I just want her to use her free action to move now between my actions.
Yeah, she acts on your turn. It doesn't matter
I don't
where.
see why you wouldn't be able to do that. It's just
Okay.
during your turn, she takes an action. Presumably, you could place it.
Oh, actually, you know what? This thing's hunted, and I can't. If I was going to go into the hallway, but I probably can't see it if I do that. So he's going to take. He's going to activate point blank shot. So he's going to get into his little stance on top of Sheethra, and then shoot at the his hunted target, the one that's assaulting Twinkle Toes.
Okay.
That is a 22 to hit.
That is not a hit.
Yeah. And then we're going to actually move. Here. We're going to move up a little bit, hopefully out of the reach of that creature for at least a little bit.
Okay. Twinkle Toes.
Shoot. I don't want to fight these guys.
They are 100% mindless. They're not going to listen to reason. They're not going to listen to words.
Let's just leave.
Yeah.
They could truthfully just leave.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I am going to dash 5 10, 15, 20.
You are going through the square there, through this creature's
Do
square.
I need to tumble through?
Yeah, that would be a tumble through.
Okay.
I will also say that's not leaving.
Yeah, that's definitely not leaving.
That's like the opposite of leaving.
Well, we're still looking for Bastro, is the thing. So,
Right. I'm just making sure. Like that's we just said like let's leave, and that's not leaving.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as you're okay, cool.
I mean, I'm trying to leave this area, but
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find Bastro. You know?
Right.
Like, Yeah. 18 on the die for 18 plus 15. I taught math. 33.
18. Yes, that succeeds. You said two numbers that were fails, and I had to add them together, and I was like, oh wait, no,
Sorry.
that works.
2 fails usually make a success.
Okay. So where's my movement at now? Oh, he's difficult terrain.
He is counted as difficult terrain.
So 5,
But you have
10,
panache.
15,
5,
20.
10, 15, 20. 20. You've used 25.
Okay.
So you have, what, 20 left? Or
Yeah.
15? You're at 45 now, right?
With panache, 45, yeah.
Gross.
Okay, so 30, 40, 45.
Give me a second to reveal some stuff.
Thank you.
If there's a nightmare in that room, I'm just gonna leave.
Well, Kashak, that is interesting because you did see that it was beginning to circle, or beginning to go over to the other side of the room. You don't know what's going on back there. Okay, go ahead. For our viewing audience.
That was one action.
Just one action.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I have anything in my inventory that could be of help right now.
The mist form elixir probably isn't bad. It's a moderate, right?
Yeah, so it lasts for a minute. Yeah, I'll pop a mist form elixir. And then I would like to hide.
Okay, so the mist form elixir moderate. A faint mist emanates from your skin, making you concealed for the listed duration. As usual, being concealed when your position is still obvious, you can't use the conceal or hide or sneak. Since you're around a corner, you can attempt to hide around the corner with a stealth check
Well,
as your final action.
yes, that's what I want to do. Okay. Well, that was not in the box. 19.
Okay. We'll see if it works on his turn.
Cool.
Oski, you're up.
Oski is going to move 30 feet to right here. With his second action, he's going to raise his shield. Well, they can still reach him from there. Gonna move
Okay.
to there, I think, actually. Do that, I think, just fine. Second action, he'll raise his shield. Third action, I would like to do. Can I recall knowledge on statues? Just see if I can get anything specific or whatever these might be. What
Sure,
would that?
go ahead and roll a craft.
All right. I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. They appear to be animated statues of some variety. With that check, it is hard to say because animated statues can be made to do a number of different things.
Yeah.
But one of the things that you know about them, and unfortunately Oski didn't fight them, but the group has already fought animated statues in
The hotel.
in the hotel.
Yeah. Yep.
And Kashak might jog his memory if you say that. They have hardness, but that hardness can be gotten
There's a break
through.
DC.
Yeah, after a certain point, after a certain amount of damage,
Yeah.
which not only removes the hardness, it also lowers their AC.
Yeah, Oski will call out. We need to just wear them down. They're animated statues. Let's focus one, and then it'll eventually crack.
Oh,
Okay.
Also, Kashak, take 2 HP.
Yes, thank you.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, there's 3 actions.
This one moves up to here, and I would like all 3 of you to roll me a reflex save.
This is fun. This is a reflex save where on a fail I would take damage?
Yes.
Cool. I think my armor specialization matters here. Let me look.
Ooh.
Yeah, you
Doc rolled.
you get a +3 instead of using your dex bonus.
Kashak rolled a
It's a trait.
27, and Sheethra had a 22. 27 for
27,
Kashak.
22.
Yeah.
Oski got with that +3, a 26.
26. Okay. Oski is a regular success. Kashak is a regular success, but you don't take any damage. Sheethra, however, fails.
You too big.
And she will take
Can I?
16 points of slashing damage as these robes, they flow as real robes, but when they hit you, they feel like you're getting slammed by stone. And they just, like, slice through you. Or through Sheethra in this instance.
Ouch.
Oski, you
So,
take half of that.
How much damage?
It
It was 16.
16.
So
you
8
take
points? Okay. I'm not going to do it right now, but just for future, can I use any of my like damage prevention reactions on that, since that's a like reflex save, not a targeted attack? Would I be able to like shield block or do my champion's reaction?
What's the
Not-
trigger for the champion's reaction?
Yeah. I think it's if an ally gets damaged. So
Yeah, if it's just, let me look. If
Shield
it's
block,
just-
no, but depending on the
An enemy damages your ally. Okay,
Yeah,
so Glimpse
so
of
that you
Redemption would work. Okay.
but the shield block, no.
Shield block just says you would take damage from a physical attack.
It's not an attack.
It's not an attack. Yep. Not an attack.
Physical attack, yeah.
Jack, go ahead and roll me a d6. 1, 2 is Oski. 3, 4 is Sheethra. 5, 6 is Kashak.
4.
4. Did I say yeah, that's Sheethra.
Sheethra.
You keep rolling Sheethra on these.
I'm just telling you, I'm just rolling a die and then just saying the number you're saying for Sheethra. I'm blatantly lying.
Oski. Oh yeah. Well, you have to take damage first. Never mind.
It's a 29 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oski's gonna trigger his shield block, which he can do on allies now from Shield Warden. So he is going to shield block this attack for Sheethra.
Very cool. 17 points of slashing pre.
Reduce that by 12.
12. Well, that's fat. I only took 5 points of damage.
Yeah.
And the shield also takes 5.
Shield also takes 5.
That is its turn. Top of round 3. This creature will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Perfect.
Improvement.
Not scary at all.
Our leave plan has become infinitely more complicated.
No, at this point, I think we're in a just let's crush them plan.
One on the right.
This one is the one
One's
that's
taking
taking a little
damage,
bit of-
yeah. That's my
Uh,
hunted target.
Rolled a natural 1 on its third action attack
Let's
against Oski.
go.
Kashak, it is your turn.
So let's move the lizards out of here with 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Let us also fire an arrow at this creature. I think we're gonna do a hunter's aim strike, which is 2 actions for a +2 bonus on the attack roll. Here we go. That is a 31 to hit.
You're shooting at this one, correct?
The one on the right.
The one on the right is not the one that you have hunted target on.
Yes, it is.
It is not. This was the
Oh,
one that was
it's not.
here, and it went all the way around.
Okay, I'm shooting my hunted target for sure.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
this is
so
the
the one
one.
on the left is the one that we're trying
Yeah.
to
This, yes.
We got confused earlier.
What was the total on your attack to hit?
31.
31. That is a hit.
Nice.
Go
Can
ahead.
you mark the one that's hunted?
I certainly can.
Alright, so regular piercing damage, we're talking about 10 points of piercing and then 5 points of piercing precision damage.
For a total of 15.
15, yes sir.
Okay, same deal. It just looks like the arrow like shatters on impact, leaving just a little pinprick crack.
Let's fire again. Because we can. Natural 1.
Okay,
Good to get it out on the second attack.
that's the end of your turn.
That is it.
Drink a toast.
Hey. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 5, 10, 15, and then thwack with the sheath of my sword cane with a confident finisher.
Okay.
Okay.
Finisher, come on.
17 on the die plus 16. 33 to hit.
That is a hit.
5d6. What? Yeah, that's fine. Alright. 10 points of bludgeoning damage and 11 points of precision damage.
All right. You see hairline fractures just begin to crease out of the impact spot of your sheath as it takes some damage. Could you tell me the totals on those again? 10 points of bludgeoning and how much?
10 points of bludgeoning, 11 points of precision.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
It is.
Oski.
Kashak, get 2 HP.
Thank you.
First action, raise my shield. How much fun are we having with this fight? How much
We're
fun
having
we having?
fun. We're having fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're having
Yeah,
fun.
I'm kind of feeling like doing it all right now, even though casting
We're-
all my spells might not be a great idea.
We're in it now. I mean, we're here.
All right,
We gotta fight.
I'm casting. Sorry, raise my shield as first action, and I'm gonna cast a second level spell. Was the whole reason I wanted spells in the first place. And Oski's like, if they're getting big, I'm going to join them and cast enlarge on himself.
Oh.
And Oski grows and will probably bump
Wow.
Twinkle Toes over 1 square to the left. And Oski gets big.
Be a big boy.
Wow.
That's his turn.
Amazing.
Okay. This one, go ahead and roll a reflex save.
Just me. Okay.
Just you.
Oh, that's a natty 18 for a 29.
29. Okay. That is a regular success. You will take 4 points of slashing damage. Will
Let's
then
go.
Attack you
2 points of slashing damage.
twice. 31 to hit.
That does hit.
It's going to be for 16 points of slashing.
14 points of slashing.
Third action, it's going to be a 27 to hit.
Meh.
Let's go, Oski.
You don't lose AC from getting big?
Oh, I've already lost AC. I'm calculating it, Will.
What's your AC right now?
28.
Interesting. It is now this one's turn. Both of you go ahead and roll me a reflex save. Twinkle Toes and Oski.
All right.
Once again, just spinning around, the cloak billowing out behind it. This thin sheet of razor sharp stone just coming across.
Hero
it.
point.
29.
Oh, world's worst hero point. Oh. Hero pointed into a natural 1.
No.
Okay.
For a total of an 11.
Okay. Twinkle
No,
Toes,
no,
you are
no.
unaffected entirely because of your evasion. Oski, first thing that happens is you take 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay, 16.
Second thing that happens is your feet are swept out from under you and you are
Him boot too big for he goddamn feet.
Can I shield block while prone or no? Is that possible?
I don't see why not.
I don't think there's any reason to say you can't.
Yeah.
It's honestly probably when you would shield block the most.
Ben, roll me a d4. Evens you, odds Twinkle Toes.
Alright.
I'm just
Evens.
pawning all of my hard decisions off onto the
I
players
was
this
gonna
game.
say, man, come on.
Even.
I cannot be asked to bear the burden.
Evens.
Evens.
I don't know who that is.
That's you.
Since they're mindless creatures, I don't mind.
Nor do
Did
they.
you do that?
Hey, let's go.
I set you both up for it. And you took it.
Against the prone boy. Second action, one swing coming in at you. That is a 33.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay. For 17 points of slashing. Third and final action.
I am going to trigger my shield block reaction. So I'm going to reduce that by how much was it? You said 17.
17.
So
you
reduce
take
it by 12. The
5.
shield will take an additional 5. I will take 3.
Last action. Oh no, 28, which I think with you
Yep,
being on your
that
back.
hits.
Prone.
Yeah, that hits.
Minimum damage, 11.
Okay.
I think you mean 9.
Kashak.
Kashak is going to pull this ivory white arrow from his quiver, and with his first action will activate that arrow. He will then take a 2-action strike on his hunted target with Hunter's Aim for that +2 bonus.
Okay.
And I rolled a natural 1.
Hero point. Hero point.
I don't have it.
Oh, you already used it.
so sad.
Anything
I'm
else?
sorry, that's the worst.
Do you have anything else?
No.
Twinkle toes.
I'm gonna tumble through to the other side over here, if I may.
Go ahead and roll it.
Will that give me flanking with Oski?
Not at the moment.
Will,
Since
I
he's,
won't be able to protect you from any damage.
Not at the moment since he's prone.
Well, yeah, if once I stand up, I'll
Once he
flat
stands
be
up,
Yeah.
yes.
But
Which do I want more, the flanking or the protection? Probably the protection. I'll stay over there. I'll make a performance. Little flippity flip. This is for my own enjoyment more than anything. To give myself panache. I rolled a 30.
Well, it definitely beats Otski's DC, so he's impressed.
Oski's very impressed.
Okay, awesome. I have panache. I'm gonna swing with my sheath on the guy to my south. $24 to hit.
24 is not a hit.
It's not. It's
not
not
a
a hit.
It is not a hit.
Okay. Okay. Well, that was just a precise strike. Third action, I'm going to parry to give myself a +1 to AC.
Oski.
He is going to first action stand up from prone. Remove the prone condition. Second action, he's going to place a hand on his chest, cast Lay on Hands. Third
More-
action, raise his shield.
Go ahead and roll a reflex save. As this one begins to spin.
$21.
That is a regular failure. So you will take 11 points of slashing damage. So I'm going to take 2 swings at you. First one is not going to hit. Second one. Uh, 30 to hit.
That'll hit.
It's going to be for 13 points of slashing.
Alright. 15, 11.
That is the end of round 4 and where we are going to call it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Bastro, or Dan, for joining us. I do apologize for having you sit out for a little bit.
It's not your fault. I blame the others, 100%.
And
Yeah, because we're in a much better situation than you are right now.
we will see you all next week. Thank you.